the hell car am I in these days? I'm in a Dodge Ram today. Hi, it's Tuesday. It's August 10th. I figured I would do a little life update. I just dropped my son off at camp. It's kind of like summer school. It's not for grades. It's just to keep up what he learned in 7th and 8th grade because he was remote, so that when he actually goes to live school in 9th grade, which starts on September 13th, which I know it sounds late for most of you in other parts of the country. In New York, kids start school on September 13th. So he's basically in a program that is about 6 hours a day, 4 days a week. For the first half of the day, they do math and science, and they're not really learning new stuff. They're just reinforcing what they learned over the past 2 years, because remote schooling was so spotty, dodgy, for a lot of kids. I believe, and according to a lot of his teachers and the parent coordinator there, he will have a step up from the kids who sort of took the summer off. And he was pissed off when I enrolled him. He was mad. But I'm the parent, and my son is going to be going to a technical high school. He ended 7th grade, because that's what they use to judge. He ended 7th grade with a 97.4 average, which is pretty damn good. Better than I did in 7th grade, I'll tell you that right now. And so he, out of 3,000 applicants, I think it was 3,250 applicants, only 125 were accepted, and he was one. So it's a technical high school. It's a high school for television and film production, which is what my husband does for a living, and what the other kid will probably do. The other kid goes for drama. So, full circle kind of a thing. Anyway, so I just dropped him off to this is the last week, and then he has like 3 weeks off. And then I'm going to go to the grocery store. But I just wanted to give you a little life update. I am in a different car. I don't know if I'm going to be able to get the phone back. So, as some of you know, my husband was in a pretty bad car accident about 4.5 weeks ago. He was not hurt, and the puppy was in the car, and she was not hurt, but the car was very much hurt. The car that hit him was being driven by thieves. They had stolen the car in Jersey, and they had joy rode into New York City overnight, Sunday night into a Monday, and then crashed into him, T-boned my husband, and then ran. They got, as soon as the crash happened, there was 3 young kids. They got out of the car and they ran. So, in order to get the repair process going as quickly as possible, we went through our own insurance. And it's no fault, it wasn't not my husband's fault whatsoever. But because of that, we had to use my insurance's parameters about rental cars. We couldn't halfway through the process then go through the car that was stolen, their rental car process or policy. So we only had 30 days coverage rental with Geico. And so that expired today. So 3 days ago actually, my husband and I drove up to my mom's house, and she so graciously lent us her van. It's a Dodge Ram, and I've never driven this car before. I actually enjoy driving this. It's really funny to think of me being in New York and driving like a van. It's not even a minivan. It's like an industrial kind of van. But I actually like driving this better. The rental place had given us a Nissan Murano, and like the entire car was a blind spot. I could basically see like a tunnel in front of me. I couldn't see from to the left, to the right, to the back. I hated that car. It was clean, and it had really good pep, and it had an awesome sound system. But that's not a car that I would have chosen if I had test driven it. No, not at all. Plus, my husband is 6'3", so like he constantly had to lower the seat and I had to raise the seat. But now I feel like I'm driving a glass box. Like, that's one of the reasons why we love our car, which is a Ford Flex. It's like driving a glass cube. You can see everything around you, and that's the way this car is. It's got a ton of headroom. I mean, I can't believe, I feel like I don't know. It feels like a car for tall people. Anyway, so there's that update. There's the kid. The other kid is 16 and a half and is really stretching his wings. And like yesterday, he spent the day at Chelsea Piers skating. He's a skateboarding person. And he came home with guy liner on. And that was a first with him. My husband was just like, are you okay with that? I'm like, yeah, I don't care, whatever. Showed him where my makeup remover was, showed him how to use it. Said, if you sleep with this on, you might wake up with a little junky stuff, so you might want to take it off before you go to sleep. So I'm teaching my kid how to take off eyeliner. He's been wearing nail polish for about a year now, black usually, sometimes blue. So he's definitely stretching his wings, and it's totally cool. He's not getting in trouble. He doesn't steal, at least not from me. He's pretty honest about a lot of things, not stuff I would get into on YouTube, but we have a really good relationship, I think, which is not something that I had with my parents when I was that age. When I was that age, I was very angry, and my son doesn't really have that morose, but I was also a girl. Teenage girls are terrible. They're like Satan, right? So anyway, so there's that update. I am professionally getting a little bit frustrated because I am working very hard towards this incentive that just started 10 days ago, and I'm already ahead in my personal goals. I'm already ahead because I broke it down literally to the day of how much I needed to sell per day. And unfortunately, the parameters of the incentive are not just sales. You have to build team, and you have to have your team do their thing too. So that's frustrating because that is actually behind where I'm tracking, okay? And you can lead a horse to water, but you can't make him drink, right? So I'm probably going to be doing some, I can't imagine doing more team training than I already do, but I guess I'm going to have to, or maybe change it up a little bit or something, figure out what they want or they need. Maybe figure out if they don't need anything. Maybe I start with some new blood, because that's really what you have to do to be a leader in a direct sales company. You have to continue to have new people, and you can't just put all your eggs in one basket. Like, let's say you have a star consultant on your team that does great. Even if you have one star consultant on your team that does great, gets, like, let's say 3,000, in sales a month and all that kind of stuff, you still can't hit your numbers, and you still can't promote. You have to have more than that, and you have to continually have more and more than that. So, so that's my challenge right now professionally. I'm waiting on a couple of orders that got sort of stuck with UPS, FedEx, warehouses, that kind of thing. And I guess that's it. If this is boring, sorry. I've had people like messaging me saying, how's this, how's that? I figured I would just come on here and do that. Give you a little quick update of my personal stuff. Can't wait for the kids to go back to school. I don't know how the 11th grader is going to go back to school yet, because his school was built for 1,500 students and there's 4,000 currently enrolled. And they're supposed to socially distance, which means that they have to be 3 feet apart. So I don't even know how physically the school will open. Both of my kids are vaccinated, because if one person tests positive for COVID in their class, if you're not vaccinated, you have to quarantine. So for the safety of everybody else and for the sake of their education, I went ahead and got them vaccinated as soon as it was available for, 12 and older. And so they're both vaccinated, and I feel confident with that decision. All politics aside, I felt confident just doing that, just getting that over with. So I thought I had more to say, but I guess I don't. Maybe I'll think of something later. But if I don't, I hope everybody has a great day. 10 minutes, perfect. If I don't think of anything, have a great day. My face is real fat. You know why? Other than the fact that I love food and I eat too much food, and I'm not exercising. I'm getting older, so there's the chicken thing. But also, my son made rice-a-roni last night. Oh my God. Rice-a-roni is so good. I woke up feeling like a puffer fish, you know? Anyway, oh, that's the other thing. I have to get my massage license. My massage license is expiring on August 31st, and today's the 10th. And I have to renew it. It's every 3 years. And every 3 years, we have to get 36 continuing education units. And I haven't done any. So the cool thing about COVID, if there's a cool thing about COVID, is that you can now do all of your continuing education units online. It used to be that you had to do it all in person. Now I'm talking 20 years ago, 25 years ago, whatever. You used to have to do it all in person. You used to have to do none. You used to just send in $52 and they would renew your license every 3 years. But I think it was 2010, they revamped the licensure parameters, and so you had to do a certain amount of continuing education units and a certain amount, I think all of 2/3 had to be in person, and then like only 1/3 can be online. But now all of it can be online. So I have to sit down and first of all spend a shit ton of money, because of course continuing education classes are they're pricey. They've gone down in price since they're online. But I have to sit down and I have to do 36 of them in the next 3 weeks. So my brain, I'm gonna have to like really open up those neurons, those pathways, and I'm gonna get new cerebral cortexes going and activating and stuff like that. I've got to get out my anatomy books, and I think I'm going to be doing some specialized classes like cupping. All that stuff was taught, cupping, gua sha. I don't even remember. A lot of that stuff was taught after I graduated massage school. I graduated massage school in 1994. And it was basically get these people a license and get them out on the street, because the day spa boom, that's when it was happening, okay? And so they needed to get as many massage therapists out on the street as humanly possible. I was the youngest in my class. Everybody else was there in a midlife crisis. Everybody else was there. They had been in the corporate world for 25 years and they just wanted to be in the, alternative medicine, holistic field, And there I was right out of high school, like, here I am, I literally was the youngest person in my class. So I'm an old lady now compared to other therapists in the massage world. I am a veteran. I'm 27 years. Is it 27 years? I think so. But I was practicing before I graduated. I worked in a chiropractor office a year before I started massage school to earn money for massage school, because back then it was $14,000. Now I think it's like $32,000 or something like that, with books and all that. And then, so I was working in a chiropractor's office. She was allowing me to practice on her patients with her supervision. And then I was also working in New Jersey, because at that time there was no licensing laws in New Jersey. So I was living in Manhattan, commuting into Jersey to work legally. And so I've been doing this longer than 27 years, probably I would say more like 29 years, maybe 30. And they basically taught us Swedish and shiatsu and streeted us, like said, go do. And you go through massage school and you still don't know how to do a massage, because 3/4 of it is in books, like in a classroom, like with a pencil and loose leaf and taking notes. So you learn every bone, every muscle, every nerve, pathology, neurology, medical massage. But in the state of New York in the mid-90s, the massage curriculum was half Swedish, half shiatsu. So I am fully educated in Oriental medicine, and yes, it's called Oriental medicine. Back in the day, it was called Oriental medicine. Listen, if you have a problem with the word Oriental, take it up with the education, because that's the way they taught it to us. So it's basically acupuncture, but without needles. So it's acupressure. That's what shiatsu means, is acupressure. I never really called myself a shiatsu practitioner, but I definitely utilized a lot of the techniques into my Swedish massage slash deep tissue slash aromatherapy practice. That's what I used to do. Medical massage, a little bit. It's very dry. It's not very cozy, comfy. In a medical massage setting, you usually, I'm babbling, sorry. In a medical massage setting, you don't usually have like, you know, the essential oil diffuser going and the Enya and the, you know, soft lighting and the hot stones. But that's what I like. I like the comfy, cozy stuff. I love spa massage. And unfortunately right now spas are paying jack shit to their massage therapists. So I'm not practicing at the moment. I would love to. I haven't practiced massage therapy actively since 2019. So it's been a solid 2 years. It was the summer of 2019, so it's 2 years now. And because my Scentsy business was just going, it was just blowing up, so I didn't have time. And so I would love to work at a spa 2 or 3 days a week, just doing comfy, cozy massage. That's what I love to do. I love to make people feel comfy. But right now they're only paying like $20 an hour. Listen, you think that sounds like a lot of money, and yeah, okay, great. You're not doing an 8-hour shift. You're not doing 8 hours of massage in a row, especially not at 48 years old, and not with arthritic hands. And that kind of business is not there for you anyway. You would have to take a break. You would have to eat. You're not really allowed to book a massage therapist 8 massages in a row unless they're an independent contractor and they don't have those parameters. So chances are you would do 2 or 3 a day in a 6-hour shift, because they're going to have a lot of time in between, right? So you're going to be making $40 or $60 in a whole day, plus the commute there and back. Plus I have an education and I have license and I have letters after my name. Not going to happen. I am thinking about opening up my own place. I would have to share because it's New York City and I can't afford, obviously. But I'm just not sure if I have the clientele yet to commit to a lease. I do have a couple of people that, you know, whenever I put a post out on Facebook, like, okay, who would book a massage in Manhattan? Who would book a massage in Bayside? Who would book a massage in Nassau County? You know, and there's all these people are just like, hey. And then when it comes down to it, they're just like, I figured it would, I don't know. My hands were always my best advertisement. It was not my online presence. It was not my face. It was not the price. It wasn't the deal. It was people would lay down on my table and they would get up off of my table and they would get on the phone with their friends and they would just be like, you have to go see this chick. That's the way it's always been. And that's what I'm going to have to do. Once my kids go back to school, I'm going to have to bite the bullet. I'm going to have to make a decision about a location. I'm pretty sure I want to go to Nassau and not Manhattan, because Manhattan rental is going to be too much money. Manhattan rental is going to be $200 a day. And I can't commit to $800 to $1,000 a month. I can't do that. So that's 1 day a week. So I'll probably go to Nassau, which is Long Island. I'm still thinking about it. I don't know. I'm 48 years old. Is it too late to start this up again? I don't know. I miss it though. Anyway. So I don't know what is up with New York City and masks and COVID and all that. So this is my new bracelet. I just wear it. I just wear it here. And if people give me funny looks, I put the mask on. And because I'm vaccinated as well. So if people have a problem with it, I'm not really afraid. So there you go. 18 minutes. Sorry. I'm probably just going to post this shit and just get it over with. I'll talk to you guys later. I hope you have a great day. Happy Tuesday.